got it through as well. It's rolling down the fence. This will get to the boundary. So Sachin Tendulkar off with a 4 as well. So both batsmen have opened their scoring with boundaries.
A lovely piece of timing here from Sachin Tendulkar. Just rocked back onto that back foot and just eased it through the offside. A bit of misfield, but this outfield is so quick that it still went to the fence for 4. That really should do his confidence a world of good.
Well, that's nicely played by Tendulkar. He's blasted that one through the onside field again. Lovely timing. And just wide of the fieldsman. And this is the difference between ordinary and class players. Class players hit the balls into the gaps.
Edward Odumbe learning here early not to bowl on leg stump to any of these Indians. Because once it's pitched there, as you see here, Sachin Tendulkar rolling his wrist there, beautifully playing it on the onside.
Just drops that left shoulder away just a little bit quickly. Well, that's a magnificent shot. As he hit it, I thought it was just going to run out to mid-on. And it just ran all the way to the boundary. Just watch this.
Now, this is a magnificent piece of timing by Tendulkar. He just stood up there and just pushed at the ball, and it beats mid-on quite comfortably.
This is unbelievable. He just leant back and almost looked as if he were playing a defensive push there. And all of a sudden, the fieldsman was scrambling. That is what they call timing. Really good timing. Oh, he's got that away too. He's on fire. Tendulkar has smashed this one into the gap at mid-wicket, and that's gone for 4 as well. He's not going to waste any time. What a player.
Very strong around that leg stump area, Sachin Tendulkar. And Momin Martin Suji here straight around that area. No problem at all.
He's got that one over the infield, and that'll go down to the fence as well. There's no way in the world you can bowl short to Tendulkar.
Well, that's one of his favourite shots, Tendulkar.
And he's just picked it up from just short of a length and made a nonsense of it. Fantastic play from an amazing player, and 4 more for Tendulkar. Just watch this. Not much short of a length, but his eye is so good. He murdered it. And even for you, Tariq, watching this, it must be a thrill.
Oh yes, it is a thrill. Sachin is, I think, or probably, not really think, I think he's the best batsman in the world today.
Another staggering shot. Immense power. And through the infield, at one heck of a rate. Could well go as well. Not much movement of the foot, but the bat came flashing down, and there's 4 more for Sachin Tendulkar. The end of the over, 67 for no wicket.
Good shot by Tendulkar. Wide of the off stump by Ali. And beautifully timed, beautifully placed.
Well, again here, Rajapali giving Tendulkar the room outside the off stump. And he had absolutely no problem in getting that front foot out and smashing it through the covers. Hitting it on the up in the end.
I think that one right at the end of the bat was that wide. Another 4. This time a full toss and quite easily dispatched again. End of the 16th over. It's 85 without loss. And there it is. Beautiful shot by Sachin Tendulkar, and what a way to bring up that central partnership. Opening partnership of 100 runs in just the 20th over.
What a nice way to start the Wills World Cup for India. Opening stand of 100 runs, and here moment David Ticolo pits the ball up. Sachin Tendulkar crashes this through the covers.
What a shot. Beautiful. No point in moving after hitting shots like that.
A glorious cover drive that from Tendulkar. The man at cover and mid-off can only be spectators. Foot right to the pitch of the ball and bang through the covers for more.
Oh, they've asked a question. Everyone's holding that up and they cannot believe it. Well, I'd like to see that replay.
Well, the Kenyans definitely thought they'd got Sachin Tendulkar here. Must have just come off the pad, but definitely the decision going in favor of the batsman.
He's going to have to go. This is him on his way, gets sent back. In comes the throw, and it very nearly takes his head off. He's got that away, that's it. A tremendous performance by Sachin Tendulkar. His first 100 in World Cup cricket, his 5th in one-day internationals, and his fans are loving every second of it.
It was India's first match of the '96 tournament, a perfect start for Sachin, 127 from 138 balls. At the time, it was the 3rd highest one-day score by an Indian, behind Kapil Dev's 175 and Navjot Singh Sidhu's 134 against England. There was also a 50 from Ajay Jadeja and 3 wickets for the young Anil Kumble. Well, that...
There, I would have thought that with the West Indies making only 173 runs, that Richard Richardson, in conjunction with his fast bowlers, would set a slightly more attacking field.
That's a good shot. Classic stroke. Real touch of class about that.
Well, anything slightly offline is going to be punished by this man. We saw him against Kenya.
He had become the star.
Wonderful talent. And Kirtley might be thinking the same thing. 24 for 2.
Oh, well played, beautifully played, lovely placement. Near the gap and all the way to the fence. There's absolutely no point in bowling anywhere near leg stump to either of these two. They are very strong in that area.
Well, no problem at all here for the little man. An attempted Yorker from Otis Gibson, drifting towards leg stump. And Sachin Tendulkar picking up that gap beautifully on the onside. 4 runs the moment it left the bat.
Well, the firecrackers are going off. A couple of rockets have gone up already. So they're starting to sense victory. Oh, and that was a good delivery, and not a very clever shot either. That could so easily have been out.
Tendulkar here in 2 minds whether to actually play a shot at that or leave it. Very
continue. Oh, beautifully played off the back foot. That'll go for 4-2. This outfield is very quick. Sachin Tendulkar is on fire. Beautiful, elegant back foot cover drive all the way for 4.
Well, there haven't been too many better shots than this played all day today. Tendulkar standing up on that back foot and smashing it through the covers. Look at the follow through there. The fielder at mid-off had absolutely no chance of stopping it.
5 fours to Tendulkar so far. He's beginning to get
Nice and settled out there. Oh, well played again. That's magnificently played. What a beautiful shot. Just short of a length. Just giving him enough room and time to get it away on the onside into the gap. Have a look at this.
Two glorious cricketing shots, one through the covers, and have a look at this one through mid-wicket. Rolling his wrist there, Sachin Tendulkar, finding the gap wide of mid-on. Terrific batting.
Yes, you're looking at cricket's Mr. Millions. Shane Warne regards this young man as the best batsman he's ever...
Twitching going on out there. And there's the half-century for Tendulkar. Rapturous applause, and it has been a delightful innings. Real little cameo.
50 off just 6 to 7 balls. He certainly hasn't wasted any time, Tendulkar. Just a delicate push in front of square. That's brilliant.
Oh dear. Not only the bowler was looking on the offside for it, but he just whipped it at the last fraction of a second with that roll of the wrist.
Played that off the length, certainly not the line. It was well wide of off stump, but because it was short enough, he just flicked it onto the ons. Oh, beautifully played. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. He's used his feet and he's got it through everybody. There are about 3 gaps he had to find there. The inner circle gap, and then of course the mid-on ran around as well. Just watch this timing.
Yes, also the footwork. Everything in the West Indian lingo would have been sweet, sweet, sweet.
Oh, this is going to be a mix-up. He's gone by miles. It's all over. Yes, give him out. That's all over. He's out by miles. No need for a replay there. He's come way down the pitch and got sent back by Camberley. That's the end of that. I think he realises it too.
Yes, I think it was really uncalled for. It was, in a sense, Tendulkar's call, because he had played the ball finer. He knew exactly where it was. And there you can see that's a big blow to India. Sachin Tendulkar run out by a fair distance.
In the season of '94, quite frequently plays league cricket in England. In the air, and that one's flown down to third man. Well, that wasn't a bad delivery first up, so straight away Tendulkar off the mark. So it didn't take him long. He's not all that happy with that red umbrella, I don't think, down at the far end.
It's making the batsman think.
That's a good shot. Beautifully played down the ground. That's a lovely cover, straight drive. Well, he was pinned down a little bit, and that last one just slightly overpitched onto it in a flash. Straight down the ground for 4. 6 without loss. That's well played. Sachin getting him away into the gap at mid-wicket. That's the shot he loves so much, and plays it absolutely brilliantly. Any length at all, give him any room to move, any love, just flicking it through the gap at mid-wicket.
It wasn't a bad ball at all. It was a good ball coming back into Tendulkar. But look how quickly he's got into position and pushed it away between the fielder at square leg and mid-on. This is what...
And you see that shot again. It's one that he really favours. I guess it is to be expected that short players are going to be good cutters and pullers, because a lot more behind is the target. Well, that's well hit. Like Mark Taylor early in his innings, that ball wasn't all that short.
Now this is a great shot from Tendulkar. It wasn't really a bad delivery from Glenn McGrath. It just shows you how decisive Tendulkar is with his footwork. Just short of a length, and he's quickly onto that back foot and smashing it wide of mid-on. That really is a terrific shot. Not easy to play. Just shows he has a very good eye.
Oh, that's beautifully hit. So Glenn McGrath making the mistake that a couple of the Indian bowlers did early in the Australian innings, just pitching too short.
Well, Tendulkar here has dismissed Glenn McGrath from his presence. If you look here, he's not really gone on to that back foot. His initial movement is to go forward, and he stood there and smashed it through square leg. Really a terrific shot.
A lovely shot. That's a terrific over for Sachin Tendulkar. 30 for 2. Once again, just a little bit too short, Damien Fleming, and that now is 4 boundaries on the trot for Sachin Tendulkar.
He's a little man, but he certainly packs a punch when he plays shots like this. A little bit of room from Matthew Fleming, and Tendulkar has square cut it. And the ball really raced away to the fence. The man at third man making a despairing dive there, but only in vain.
This one won't be 4. Well, it might be now because the fieldsman's tripped over. Not going to quite make it, and they're not really hustling for 4. So 10 runs off the over. It's 40 for 2. Excellent shot.
Well, this is the shot he tried at the previous over. But the mistake he made then was he was trying to probably hit it too hard. But here he's waited on it, Sachin Tendulkar, this half volley, and look at that follow through. Got the placement absolutely right between the bowler and mid-on. Bombay crowd on their feet.
Chance for McGrath, and not quite a second chance. Tipped it up in the air, and I think for a moment he thought he was going to get to it at the second try.
It'll be interesting to see here if the bat's turned in Sachin's hand, because it looks as if he's got the leading edge here. Took McGrath by surprise, gets a hand to it, and an effort, diving effort there, but unfortunately for him the ball was too far away from him. A little bit of luck here for Tendulkar.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. And you can't see from where we are, but judging by the crowd, it's cleared the rope. Umpire Shepherd is checking. And in fact, is he getting the walkie-talkie out? Yes, in fact, he is, to ask for a result. So we'll have a look and see whether it cleared the rope. Certainly the crowd think it did.
Well, there again, a magnificent shot from Tendulkar. He's just picked that half volley from middle and leg and smashed it wide of long on for 6. This little man is seeing the ball like a football.
McGrath wide on the crease, and that goes for 4. This is unbelievable batting, and the crowd loving every minute of it. 54 for 2.
At all.
And that was the 4 from the last ball. This has been an unbelievable count. And that was very short. Tendulkar, amazingly, has gone straight over the bowler's head with it, rather than going through mid-wicket. That's 50 for Tendulkar.
And what a blazing knock this has been from the little man. A loosener from Shane Warne, a short delivery. There was a man deep at long on. And Tendulkar decided to smash it straight down the ground.
And with Warne on now. And that's a bit of good fortune once again. Now, that could be interesting to see where and the umpire, quite correctly, umpire Shepherd has called for a replay to see if it was a 4.
Well, this could be just 4 runs here, because Shane Lee running back there at third man doesn't stop it at the first attempt, and then whilst he does it the second time, his feet are out of the boundary line. So this most certainly would be a boundary, but not a very good shot from Tendulkar.
Once again. Too short.
Well, a short ball from Shane Lee to start off, and Tendulkar has been there long enough to dispatch it to the fence.
Crowd was really buzzing. And that's smashed down the ground. That brings up the 100 for India.
There again, Shane Warne bowling a line more leg stump, outside leg stump to Tendulkar, while as when it comes to bowling to Manjrekar, preferring to bowl more on middle and off stump. So Mark Waugh to continue, and swept by Tendulkar in the gap, just in front of the square leg umpire for 4 runs. He fetched that one from way outside off stump.
This is a shot which we don't normally see Sachin Tendulkar employ, but the pitch is affording a bit of turn, and he is playing it with the turn, picking it from outside the off stump.
A short ball by Warne, and Sachin Tendulkar quick to pounce on that, going right back onto his stumps and pulling it through mid-wicket for 4 runs. His 13th boundary.
And that's very positive footwork there. Very quickly into position. The ball short, but Tendulkar moving back and across, and therefore finding the entire onside Warne has bowled. And he tries to, his eyes light up, trying to take the maximum advantage of it, and sometimes in that anxiety he can hit the ball a little too hard or play the shot a little too early, and Michael Bevan can induce just such a mistake. Warne's bowled a splendid spell, and now suddenly the Indians may relax.
This is beautifully played by Tendulkar. He gets across his stumps here when he goes back. There is a man at deep mid-wicket, so he goes right back on that back foot and smashes it through square leg.
And this time he made sure he hit it along the ground. He knows there's a fielder at deep mid-wicket. Doesn't want to take any chances, rolling those wrists over.
Again, nicely played to long off by Tendulkar, so runs coming for India.
Well, 58 balls, he doesn't have to worry about trying to lift the rate too quickly. Oh, that's out. He's got him. Yes, he's got him stumped. In fact, wide signalled. And so that's the end of what has been a magnificent effort as well. Well, now that was very, very wide. He was going after it. Let's have a look at the replay here.
Well, Mark walked quick to spot Tendulkar coming down the track. Really fired that one wide. Even though the umpire signals wide there, he has got the wicket of Tendulkar out for a brilliant innings. But this is one wicket that India didn't want to lose at this stage. 144 for 4.
Well, that's a good shot. Magnificently played. Racing away to the fence. Tendulkar off the mark with a blistering 4. This crowd have come alive.
Well, just what the crowd needed at this stage. Short and wide from Pushpa Kumara, and Tendulkar right up on that back foot, smashing it through the covers. Great start for India, that.
Lovely cut, right over the top of it. Should be 4 runs. Beautifully played by Tendulkar. That was a difficult one to play because thus it was wide. It had a fair amount of bounce in it, but Tendulkar just rolling the wrists.
Was on one of those rare occasions going astray. Tendulkar releasing his hands, seizing the opportunity and guiding it towards the point boundary for 4.
Pull shot, 4 runs. Too short. Pushpa Kumara paying the penalty, digging it in short and accommodated by Tendulkar.
Great shot there by Tendulkar. Pushpa Kumara going far too short to the master, and he whacks it over mid-wicket.
Slower ball, well played. Into the gap it goes, racing away towards the fence. That's a lovely time shot. It'll go all the way. Well, this is a very quick outfield, Sonny.
This is the kind of boundary I like. You must make the fielder chase the ball right up to the boundary ropes. Get him tired as well. There's no point crashing the ball and the fielders are just standing and having the spectators or somebody at the boundary ropes throwing the ball back to you. This is it. Chase the ball, man. Chase it. That's the kind of boundary I like.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled by Muralidharan. That beats everybody. Pitched outside the off stump. He got a little bit of turn. It missed the stumps, beat the keeper as well, 4 byes.
That was a super delivery by Muralidharan. That time bowling his usual orthodox off-spin, pitching outside the off stump, making the batsman go for the drive and just going through the gate, narrowly missing leg stump.
And his reply, down the track to the pitch of the ball, and the ball goes soaring over mid-on for a 6. What a way to end the over. 87 for 1 India. That's played beautifully, fine on the onside, and this might go all the way to the fence. Gurusinha giving chase and just unable to stop the ball. That was really beautifully played by Tendulkar, bringing up the 100 for India.
Muralidharan certainly not prepared to give Tendulkar a very flat delivery, and perfectly glanced by Tendulkar, just getting a little bit of bat.
For me, that is out. Down the wicket he goes. He's hit that high. It's gone all the way. What a hit. Way over the top. A huge 6. The little master himself has smashed that one way over the top of the head of the wide mid-on fieldsman. He simply watched it go sailing over his head.
That's the ball that Sachin was waiting for. A little bit of air and a bit of width to hit it over the straight field. And as you saw, he just did the same. Beautiful footwork. Just coming out and just timing it over long on for a huge...
Lovely shot. Straight down the ground. Beautiful hard outfield. All the way for 4. That's all about timing. Young batsman. This is the way to play a lofted straight drive. Base of the bat. All the way to the ball. Pushes away on the offside, and that's his 100.
Sachin Tendulkar's 600. He's the leading century maker in India now. Smashed it down the ground. Will it bisect the fieldsman? It will. Beautifully played by Sachin Tendulkar. Placed to perfection. Oh, he's had a go at that one. It's gone miles. This is a huge six. 30 rows back. Muscles himself. Whack. It's going all the way down. It's going to be 4. He's at 6. Just over the line. I reckon that's 6. Wide of the fieldsman. Messina desperately trying to get there, couldn't quite make it. Way down the leg side, 4. He got some bat on that one. 4 runs. A rank full toss, a little edge. 4 wides. Outside off stump, it's in the air. Messina's underneath it. It's going to go for 6. It's over. Messina hovering under another big one. It just kept going and going and going. Whipped that one away, another 4. A magnificent shot. Well, that is great, great batting. 6, 2, 4, 6, 4.
Well, who said cricket was all about brute force?
Well, I reckon he's going to go straight down the ground or to mid-wicket. There's a bit of a gap. Wabal dropped. He's picking it up. If he has a go, he's got him. Yes, he's got him. That's got to be out. Tendulkar out, run out. Well done, Chaminda Vas. That was a magnificent bit of fielding, and it brought to an end one of the great knocks in one-day cricket. Sachin Tendulkar, take a bow.
India finishing with an impressive 271 for 3. Sachin Tendulkar continuing the good form from the last match in Mumbai, scoring 137 in even time with 8 4s and 5 6s.
So Sachin Tendulkar hasn't faced the ball yet. This is what a lot of these Indians have come to see. And straight away off the mark, he's glided that one on the offside. Back for the second. He looked a little bit tentative to me, but he played that from his back.
Nicely placed. That's away to the boundary.
Now this really is a superb shot from Tendulkar. The ball is moving, so it's important that the batsman doesn't try and hit it too hard. And on this occasion, Tendulkar has done exactly that.
No one out there.
Well, with the kind of field Ataur Rahman is bowling, there is very little margin for error. He has to bowl on or outside the off stump, and here, the moment he strays onto middle or leg, Tendulkar is quick to pounce on it.
Brings up the 50 for India. No one out there. That's one of his real strong points, Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, he really has played the shot beautifully all through the tournament. He got out once in the game against Zimbabwe trying to play across the line, but here he had everything in position, right behind it, and picking up that gap.
Oh, he's got him. That's it. Tendulkar's out. He's dragged one back onto the stumps. That is a big wicket for Pakistan. Trying to play a clever little shot, and this ground is stunned. The place has gone absolutely silent. The ball hit the inside edge of the bat, dragged back onto the stump, and so he's out bowled. Here it is again.
So the inside edge, and Tendulkar has gone the man that Pakistan wanted, and Ataur Rahman deserves deserved that wicket because he's really bowled well and he's got perhaps the most important wicket.
And you know, there was a strange relationship between Ataur Rahman and Sachin.
Beautifully played by Tendulkar, square of the wicket on the offside for India's first boundary and Tendulkar's first boundary. 5 for no wicket. And driven beautifully straight down the ground. No need to chase for that. Second boundary for Tendulkar. 11-12 for 1 India. Vast to continue to Tendulkar and driven beautifully through the offside by Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, you don't need to run here. Once you play a full stroke, hit through the line, you can just stand and admire it because no fielder's going to catch it.
He's hit that one beautifully too. That'll go all the way. Magnificent shot. That one is a drive on the up, a square drive, and his placement was perfect. Well, it looks as if he was a bit worried about his bat there. He's just watched the shot first. Oh, that's well played again. Lovely shot. That's money for old rope in that area to Sachin Tendulkar. Anything on his legs, very strong.
It's in the air, it's perfectly placed. It's on the onside, all right, but it's into a huge gap. 4 runs.
It's a fine shot there by Tendulkar. Tendulkar going down the wicket to Muralidharan, who's just flighted it slightly outside off stump and hitting it over the mid-on into the vacant area there, the unprotected area.
Sachin Tendulkar's on 49. Listen to the crowd. The crowd says it all. Terrific shot. 4 all the way, straight along the carpet.
He's played that one nicely. He's done that beautifully. Pitched around about leg stump, and he's played it very fine for 4. Lovely shot.
Well, he's showing his class. He's shown it before in this World Cup competition, but while he's there, he's making batting look reasonably comfortable. Seems to have a range of shot for most types of deliveries, and he's making most of the running for India on his own.
Oh, he's got him! Yes, he's got him. I'm sure he's out. This could be a vital wicket. It was very, very well done. He's asked for the replay. Well, everyone is having a look at the lights. The whole place has swung around. Let's have a look at it.
I think you're right, Tony. I think Tendulkar knows he's in big trouble here. Wonderful, smart glove work by the wicketkeeper. He sets off for a single. Oh, it's gone. It's tight, but I think he's gone. I think Sachin Tendulkar knows it deep down.
Yes, what delight. It'll go in a minute. They want another. Have a look at it. There it goes again. Let's have a look. Back comes his front foot. He goes forward, and it's nicely picked up. Up it goes. The bails are off now, and his bat's in the air. That is definitely out. India are going to be 98 for 2. They are. It's gone quiet, this stadium. An absolute hush.